welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for coming back and supporting me time and again, and especially for everyone who comments below, who has reached out to me on Etsy, who has reached out to me on Instagram. I truly appreciate getting a chance to connect with you. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed. And if you have recently found this channel, we would love to have you join our beautiful soul family here. So please sit down, have a cup of tea, get some snacks, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather around this table. So today's pick a card reading, we're looking at your next chapter in love. So who's coming? When are they coming? What sort of relationship will it be? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the cream flower and the illumination card. Pile number 2 with the blue flower and the heart and soul card. And pile number 3 with the pink flower and the beloved card. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit today, and my timestamps are below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about your next chapter in love, who, what, and where. Wait, who, what, and when? Who, what, and when your next chapter in love, pile number 1. Hello, pile 1, you were drawn to the pink, or I'm sorry, the cream flower, or to the illumination card, and this is your reading. Your next chapter in love, who is coming, what sort of relationship will it be, and when is this person going to show up? This illumination card is all about finding the true version of yourself. So to prepare for this next chapter in love, your guides and angels are really speaking about shining a light on the inside of you. Because they say that there's a blockage or a creativity block because you're not expressing how you truly feel in this moment. So perhaps in your current relationship, or maybe you're coming out of a relationship where you really felt unheard or misunderstood. Spirit says it's a great time for us to heal that energy so it can liberate us from any feelings of being unseen. So they're asking you to sort of prepare for this next chapter so that you can go into it with a clearer perspective and a more solid idea of who you are and how you want your next chapter to go. Because if we can set a bar of self-love for ourselves, we want it to be really high so that that is the expectation we set in the next chapter of our love life. So we'll see how that flows into your reading today. The illumination card. So we'll pop that in here. And let's take a look. Your next chapter in love. What does that look like for you, pile number 1? We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. Spirit says that it will come for most of the people watching today because I am dealing with collective energy. They say that this offer is going to show up this year. So that's the first exciting bit of news that I have for you. This offer is going to show up sooner than you think. So that's why this Page of Swords is kind of ready, ready and waiting. We have the 5 of Cups reversed. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Justice. Let's clarify this message. What is their next chapter in love for pile number 1, please? We have the Temperance. For someone watching, the next chapter in love could actually include somebody that you already know. And what I love, look at the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands. This is being presented as like sort of an option. Of course, Spirit never forces us into any type of love connection. They don't force us into new chapters, but they say that you're going to be really, really attracted to this person. And there's even a sense of like a familiarity about them. So if they're not from your physical past in this life, you may just feel like you know them, because there's a really strong connection being presented here. And Spirit says that this could be for someone watching, again, because I'm dealing with collective energy, so you have to take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not. But this could be someone that leads to commitment. Because I just saw the High Priestess. It's like your higher self is sitting on a secret. It's like she knows something you don't. Nine of Wands. It's coming very soon. It's coming very soon. So it's like Spirit is kind of like saying we don't have a lot of time. It's like they're snapping their fingers. Like we don't have a lot of time to perform this illumination, to clear out the clutter before this opportunity is upon us. And they even say that a lot of that clutter, some of it won't be completely cleared out before this person makes entry into your life. But I really love that they're coming in as sort of a support. It's like it's like the universe is calling them in to support you. And this is a person that's going to, along with you, collaboratively, it's like the two of you are going to move into calmer waters. I also love the nature of this person because they have a very calming effect on you. They are someone who sort of takes on this role of I don't want to say caregiver, but it's like this is the type of person that will tuck you in at night. And I know that sounds like a strange message, but that's what I'm hearing. This is the type of person that's just going to care for you. And it's like what's being presented to me is that your inner child is going to benefit from this relationship. So there's a safety that you feel there. There's a certain amount of safety that you feel. And that's why the Five of Cups is now reversed, because it sort of shifts your mindset and it kind of gives you a safety net that you've never felt before. That you've never ever felt before. And that's a beautiful thing. It helps to correct past pain that you've experienced. We have the Five of Swords. Back of the deck is the Hanged Man. And we do have the Ace of Wands. I'm going to clarify with a separate deck as I move forward. You're going to be very physically attracted to this person, but there's something almost innocent about the nature of the connection too. It could start in the realm of friendship and then progress from there. This Nine of Wands is talking about frustration that you've felt up to this point, and Spirit is here to say that everything you've experienced, you definitely didn't specifically choose it all, but you did power through, and so you did showcase a very strong amount of strength. And so you're you have a bit of a chip on your shoulder when it comes to new opportunities, and I feel like there's almost not a big expectation coming from you. It's like you don't have a lot of expectations about what's coming because you don't want to set yourself up for failure in some type of way. So you're keeping your expectations light. That's what it feels like. You're keeping your expectations light. And even here with the Five of Pentacles, there is this sense of you kind of being used to being disappointed in the past. And so now there's this sense of you waiting for that disappointment to present itself again. But that's what Spirit is saying, is that we're receiving help. We're receiving help to overcome that expectation. And that's why the Five of Cups is reversed, because there's a new outlook coming. This Five of Swords doesn't have to touch us. This is just a support to our expectation. And we have healing coming in for you. So what you expect to happen in this new connection, which is honestly, you expect to be disappointed and you expect to have arguments. That's an internal conflict that doesn't really come to the surface. And that expectation is not fulfilled. Instead, what you find is some rest, is some healing. And it's like you have the ability to perhaps pause and exhale. And there's the Star with the death, the rebirth. It's really communicating too with this death energy. This bird, the vulture in the corner, is talking about everything you've been through, and it hasn't gone to waste. It hasn't gone to waste because it's moving you towards this rebirth, this new beginning. As I said, for someone watching, for a person specifically, this could be somebody from your physical past here, but there will be that certain amount of recognition, and it almost feels like a friendship that's going to evolve. But I feel like it's a friendship that already has a lot of attraction. Like there's going to be an instant spark there. So that's really nice. But I love the Star. There could be Aquarius energy coming in. We also have Gemini. But it's really speaking about the redirection and setting you on a new course. And that's what the illumination is all about. Setting you on a new course. So let's take a look at the connection itself and see what type of relationship this will be. What type of relationship will this be, please, for pile number 1? The Magician. The King of Wands. This person could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Specifically Leo energy here. 10 of Pentacles. We have the Justice. As I said, for someone watching, this could be someone that you end up committing with and building a life with as well, because we're really finding our power and calling our power back to us after this healing phase within this relationship. And this person helps to bolster your confidence. I feel like they're really attractive too. They just carry themselves in a very confident way. You have the High Priestess. Back of the deck is the Judgment. We also have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. If this person says, you know, they're like a go-getter and they're saying yes, you're the person that's unsure here with the Queen of Wands reverse, because there's a lot of lingerings from the past that affect you internally, emotionally. This person has more confidence than you do, but that helps to bring about more confidence, or the opportunity for you to feel more confidence too. I think that this person has a lot of charisma and they command attention when they're around. Not that they demand it, but they don't demand it, but they command it, you know, like people are drawn to them. That's why you're drawn to them. But that's the reason why you're drawn to them, is because they actually are sort of a mirror to you a little bit. They're sort of mirroring the confidence that Spirit sees within you and sees the possibilities of. And so that's why you're attracted to them, but other people are attracted to them too. They sort of command attention in the room. I feel like they're good looking, they're charismatic, and they have a great sense of humor. They're just somebody who can really light up a room and draw attention to themselves. But this is like the key to more for you. And that's why you can see all of the pillars, which really signifies the unknown and how that can really affect or temper our ability to push through. But Spirit says that this is someone that you can commit with. And there's a lot of physical attraction between the two of you. And there's so much abundance waiting for you. New beginnings. New beginnings. So not to fear the unknown. And to power through. They want you to really take advantage of the opportunity, because this could end up being the person that you end up building a life with, committing. For some, you may even end up having children or a family with this person as well. So your next chapter is holding a very significant shift in your love life. Your next chapter in love, please. Chemistry. There will be a strong magnetic attraction with this person. And it goes beyond the physical, but it is very physical too. This person could work for themselves. They could be an entrepreneur. We also have here true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. That's why they're really encouraging you to leap into it, because they said, yes, this is your soulmate, the Six of Cups, the lovers. This is someone that is sort of divinely guided and being ushered into your life to help reprieve you from everything that you have been through. So they're asking you to surrender to the spark. Sometimes the Hanged Man can keep himself from fueling that spark, but Spirit says to surrender to this spark, Pal One. It's very, very positive shifts in your life. A very big positive shift. We also have here, follow that passion. You guys will have a strong magnetic attraction. Make sure that you follow it. And there's the Rabbit, fertility. And as I said, for someone watching, this could lead to children as well, not just family, but children. And this is like the Page of Wands. They're asking you to just enjoy the process. That's your next job. That's the only job you have to do, is enjoy the process. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 1. Your next chapter in love. What to expect in the bowl. 3 of Swords reversed. The World reversed. The Ace of Wands reversed. So when we're doing a tarot spread, the past is affecting the present, which is affecting the future. So in the bowl here, we're starting with the 3 of Swords in the reversal position, and that's excellent news, because it sort of mirrors the 5 of Cups reversed we saw. It's talking about recovery after loss. Recovery that could have made you feel sort of stuck or stagnant in your position, but it's still going to require, if we want success in this next relationship, it's going to require us to take those vulnerable leaps of faith and apply pressure to the sparks that we feel in order to create the abundance and the solutions that we're looking for. And that's why this next leap of faith, you're not going to be forced into it. And that's why the illumination, the reflection is being asked of us. But it could be the very key. This next leap could be the very key to a lot of abundance for you. You have sweet results awaiting you because of the sacrifices you've made in the past. We have the skull. The skull is a symbol of reality, transition, and grief that you've experienced, but there's a transition out of grief. It's the death energy. It's a rebirth for you. So we have this burnt out sun, a burnt out sun. It's like we're almost too tired or exhausted with the Nine of Wands for everything we've been through, the delays, the waits. It's exhausting. It almost feels like our optimism has reached some sort of peak, some sort of peak here. We have the apple of temptation. We also have the mermaid. But the temptation is, I feel like, going to force you to leap. There's the bird who's not in flight, and that's why Spirit is really calling upon that leap of faith, because there's someone watching who needs the boost. We have the stethoscope. There could be a hospital nursing connection, or a blocked heart chakra too. Oops. And we have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about friendship. It's about reunions. As I said, somebody returning from the past potentially, or a past life connection returning to us. It's also speaking about a beautiful friendship within the relationship itself, which is a wonderful aspect to any relationship. You know, it can't all be about physicality. It can't all be about, you know, mutual interest. There has to be a mutual friendship and an innocent type of love associated with it as well. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. And if it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comment section, even if you have to come back to tell us what happened. We would love to hear your story. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well if you feel called to. Hit your notification bell, your like button. It helps me to bring you guys more content. You can also check me out for private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the blue flower, or to the heart and soul card, and this is your reading. What is your next chapter in love? Who is coming forward? What sort of timing can we expect? The heart and soul card is a beautiful card of choice, and you should be very, very happy that you chose it, because it really talks about how your next chapter is unfolding perfectly. There's no need to be concerned. There's no need to fear. It's like you're blessed and guided by eternal spirit of love, and a positive transformation is happening in your life at this very, very moment. So there's momentum already taking you to this next chapter. So we'll see what that involves. Pile number 2's next chapter in love. Who is coming forward? We'll take a look at timing as well and what type of relationship this will be. They're calling for a spirit of faith in this next chapter for yourself. And it's like plans are already feeling like they are in motion. We have here the Seven of Swords. My throat's a little off today. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm a little bit scratchy. I feel very, my throat's closing up. We have the King of Wands. Ooh, very fiery energy. Next chapter in love for pile 2, please. The Lovers. The Three of Cups. And celebration feels so near. I love the Three of Cups here because it's talking about enjoying your next chapter and having fun with this person. I feel like you're going to be really attracted to them. And I feel like I don't know if they're a different culture. They're just different. They're different from you. And that's why it's like opposites attract. They're very different from you, but it works so well. You have the Empress. And this is what you're stepping into. You're stepping into the next chapter, and you're stepping into the highest tier that you can step into. It's about abundance and fulfillment. For some of you, this is leading to celebrations as far as family expansion, and it's going to lead to motherhood potentially. So take that as it resonates. Let's clarify this message here. Queen of Wands. We also have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. The Nine of Swords. And I think that that's why that Spirit really started with the Heart and Soul card for you. I feel there's a sense coming in from the viewer today about looking behind us, not really trusting in the path ahead. There's fearful, nervous energy about what the next chapter holds. And that's why Spirit wanted to come out off the top with this abundant message of don't worry, everything's unfolding perfectly. We have the Three of Wands. Because everything that you've experienced that has been negative, it's all uphill from, or it's all downhill from here, rather. It's all downhill from here. The worst is definitely behind you. And we have the Ten of Cups. Yes, this is leading to someone's like fulfillment of a family. We have here the Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles on the back of the deck. And I love the Four of Swords too, because they've already directed you. Your guides have already said that this next chapter in love for you, all you have to do is just rest and wait for it. You put the work in. You've already created the momentum. Here's the Eight of Pentacles. The spider's already woven her web, and now she waits. She just waits to take that deep, deep dive to kind of, it's like everything that you've suffered through that has not been fulfilling emotionally, that sometimes you still perhaps look back upon and it steals your courage or steals your focus and makes you feel a little bit vulnerable about pursuing something new. Spirit says that's okay, because that was just setting you up. It's a connecting flight to this new opportunity. Now the challenge is for you to be able to draw from your logic and focus on the attraction itself, because you're going to be really physically attracted to this person. In fact, there's similarities to pile one actually about the charisma this person is representing, because if you look backwards, this person's forward facing. It's like they are very focused on their journey. They know where they're going. They know how they're going to get there. They're just a really focused person. Passionate person, maybe even very artistic. And that's the thing, is that if you truly were honest with yourself, it's like you feel like you guys are very different, but the more you get to know this person, the more you realize how perfectly aligned you are and how many similarities you actually have with them. It's like you actually are able to find more of yourself, or it's like you feel the freedom to explore there because of the emotional support you receive. This could end in commitments, marriages, if that's what you are into. The Ten of Cups is just all about abundance. It's for me, it trumps the Ten of Pentacles, because the Ten of Pentacles is wonderful and it's stable and it's abundant as far as practical things. But the Ten of Cups is where it's at, and that's what you can expect in your next chapter. So that's what Spirit is letting you know, is that you've put the work in, and now you get to coast for this next chapter, and it feels really exciting. And although you don't feel like you're the same, it's like you don't feel like you're the same as this person, or you feel really different from this person, which makes you feel hesitant. It's like they seem really confident and you don't have a lot of confidence. But the truth is that that confidence is inside of you, that power and strength is inside of you. And if you were able to see yourself in the light that other people see you, you would feel right in line with this person. And I love that it's the Lovers. I love that it's the King and Queen of Wands, because it really showcased the perfect union. Not a perfect union, because we all have, we all have our flaws, but the perfect person for you, to make you feel confident, secure. And here's the beautiful Empress sitting very abundant on her throne in the future. So your next chapter is holding such beautiful energy. So let's take a look at what this next chapter is going to look like. What is this person like? And then we're going to look at timing as well. What will this person be like, Spirit, this next chapter in love? The Page of Swords. The Two of Swords. What will this relationship be like for pile number 2? The King of Wands. We have the Moon. We have the Five of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Eight of Swords and the World. There is a fear coming in from our guides that are, or from the guides saying that there might be restrictions in actually taking that leap of faith. because it's going to require a decision with the Lovers. It's going to require a choice and taking a leap into this precipice of change in order to achieve this 10 of Cups. So there's a fear of the unknown because there's almost an intimidation coming in, like this intimidation factor coming in from that Queen of Wands. But that's what Spirit wants you to give yourself the grace to surrender into this, because Spirit says this is where you'll get to rest. This is where you'll get to heal fully. And the 10 of Swords is talking about a situation that is releasing us from a cycle from the past. This connection is releasing you from the cycle of the past, and it's allowing you to enter into an unknown. Because we've made it through a dark night, and now it's time for us to make new plans by the light of day. Because there's the Queen of Pentacles. Spirit says not to fear the unknown in this next chapter, because they keep implementing the security. And even though we've established the emotional security, there is a divine feminine out there that really wants to know that she's going to have financial security, physical security. And so Spirit says, yes, you will. You absolutely will have that too. And there's still another motherhood message coming in for me as well, or children message coming in. So, and you know, there's very similar energy here to pile 1. In fact, I think this was the exact card configuration at some point during pile 1. So there may be a message waiting there for you as well. Because your expectations of what you've been through are not going to be matched here. They're not going to be matched here. Instead, they're asking for that vulnerability, because this is the new day. This is the new day. This person coming forward, it's what we've been through, the insecurity, the anxiety from the past that is keeping us a little bit guarded for this next chapter. That's over. Instead, we're being called to take that last step, that one vulnerable act. And, you know, when we feel like we can't do it again and we've sworn off, perhaps we've sworn off partners, we've sworn off love, your guides are just whispering, just one more time, just this one last time, take that little leap of faith and step over that river and give yourself the permission to enter into this stage of peace, because that's what they say is coming in for you. Next chapter in the please pile 1 here. This has been worth the wait. It says divine timing is at work in your love life right now. And this card I love because the heart and soul card spoke about how everything is being lined up perfectly for you in this moment, in this very moment. So the 4 of Swords is asking us to just keep our wits about us long enough to see the dawn of that new day wake up, because this situation involves marriage. Now obviously take these messages as they resonate. Perhaps not everyone watching will lead to the altar if you don't choose that path for yourself, but for someone specific, as I said, there's commitments here, there's security in a very practical sense. And it's been worth the wait. You've been waiting, and it's been worth the wait. It says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that's why there's been a delay for someone as well, is because it's given us the opportunity to clear out any emotional clutter that's keeping us guarded. Back of the deck says, keep an open mind, because your soulmate may differ from your usual type or your expectations here. So give yourself the grace, allow yourself to leap into it. Let's take a look at timing. When does Spirit see this opening up? When is this next chapter? It feels like it's very close. We could be very, very close to this next chapter. Yeah, for someone it's here. For someone, perhaps you've just met someone. If you've just met somebody who's very charismatic and really attractive, and you're not really sure which direction to take, Spirit says go ahead and take that leap, because for someone the doorway is open right this moment. Ace of Wands. The High Priestess. There's also a message coming in about a couple of weeks away. So it feels imminent, and it could just be a very short period away if it's not already upon you. I feel like for someone watching it, there is already this doorway upon you, and even the High Priestess is guarding the veil there. There's an insecurity about sort of allowing this spark that you feel with this person to really be fueled. But Spirit says, if this attraction is upon you now is the time for leaping. For others, I do feel like it's not very far off. I feel like it's very imminent. It feels like that the opportunity is here, or it's coming within the next few weeks. So please just keep an eye out for that within the month. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. Charm bowl for pile number 2, please. Their next chapter in love. What can you add to the message in the bowl? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Strength. Oh my. The Ace of Pentacles is sideways. It's like the state of limbo. As I said, it feels like the opportunity is imminent. It feels like it's going to be upon you very, very soon, if it's not already upon you. This Queen of Swords is the one who's trying to encourage, or the Strength is trying to encourage the Queen of Swords to act upon this opportunity. There is that mountain peaks in between this archway that scares us a little bit. It's like, what sort of monumentous effort are we going to have to apply in the future? What lessons are waiting for us? So there's a fear here. But the Queen of Swords, she's not afraid to close off cycles and start new ones. She's not afraid to charge forward, to gather more information, and that she's paired with the Strength. So Spirit really wants you to know that you have every tool in your arsenal right this moment to enter into an unknown. And if you're unsure, your guides are just nudging you ever so gently. They're not going to push you, but they're going to just keep nudging you with signs and symbols to help you make that decision. And you can even see it's like this offer coming out of the blue, coming out of the universe. We have here a set of lungs. We have G, the letter G, we have L, we have a big lipstick, which is talking about attraction. We also have a heart with a nursing cap. So there could be a nurse watching, a hospital connection, but it's also talking about the healing energy coming in for your heart chakra. We have the new day we have the Degas ruin, the dawn ruin, a new day coming for you. We have the rabbits encouraging us to leap down this path because it's a really good opportunity with the pentacle. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We also have here the 2 of Wands. So we have experienced disappointment. We've experienced emotional destitution potentially in our past relationships. That even with the lungs, it might have like knocked the wind out of us a little bit and required a recovery period. But now we have expansion. So it's time for that new cycle. It's time to showcase and be vulnerable with our heart here. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comment section, even if you have to come back to do so. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. We would love to have you as a part of our beautiful soul family here. It's a beautiful support system that we have. I would love for you to check out my links below as well if you feel called to. I offer private readings through my Etsy account. And if you drop me a comment below, be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. But I hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the pink flower or to the beloved card, and this is your reading. Your next chapter in love, who is coming, what sort of relationship will it be, and the timing as well we're going to look into. The beloved card is a great card to have chosen because it really talks about how you're filled with openness, and because of these magical blessings that you have being drawn to you, you can expect a huge transformation in your love life. It says that if you're single, a loving relationship will soon be formed, which will transform your life. And if you're already in a relationship, then your relationship is about to deepen and also be transformed in a new way. So what a beautiful card, and what a great choice for you to have chosen for your next chapter. So we'll see what your next chapter is bringing you. Next chapter in love for pile number 3, please. What does the next chapter in love for pile 3 look like? We have the 9 of Swords. The Page of Swords. So I like that together, to be honest. I know it doesn't feel like a positive energy to start, but if we combine these energies together, that's the 10 of Swords. And I would rather see the 10 of Swords in the past than anywhere near the future. It's really this old cycle that is ending so that we can precipitate new changes. And the reason why we went through some of these difficult situations that have caused ruminating energy and fear of the unknown is because they did hold valuable lessons for us about our own strength. And it's about learning how to detach from negative environments. We learned a valuable lesson about that, about detaching from negative environments. and learning how to release emotionally as well, so that we don't become a prisoner of our own thoughts. We have the Moon. Next chapter in red for pile number 3, please. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Five of Cups. I feel like it's a difficult time. I just saw the Ten of Swords again as well. The back of the deck is the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Because this next chapter is not going to hold the fear that you think that it's going to hold. It's not going to hold the insecurity. You're walking away from emotionally unfulfilling situations, and instead you're heading towards something that is going to fulfill you abundantly in ways that you never experienced before. You're in line for a security that, and here's the Four of Cups. It's like a cure to the apathy that you've experienced. But it still is going to be sort of a choice that you make to enter into. You have to make the decision to take a leap of faith potentially as well. And I'm going to clarify this with a second deck here. Because there are something from the past that is still holding, that you're keeping a light on for. And that's why the Moon is right in the center, because we're asked to draw down our fears, draw the Moon down so we can reflect what is holding us back. Are we feeling emotionally fulfilled by whatever is holding us back? And if not, the answer is to move forward into this next cycle. And there's the Five of Cups. And that's what we're putting an end to. But I feel like you have been in a little bit of a loop. Yeah, there's the Eight of Swords. So you've been stuck emotionally for some time. And that's why the Moon reflection being there's a major arcanic theme here right in the center of your reading for a reason, because this moment is very important to complete that reflection and to listen to the notes of intuition while we're reflecting as well. Because it's going to help us to end that old cycle and allow this new cycle to open up. Spirit says you'll never be 100% ready for change. Even though change is positive, it can still feel really unsettling. You won't ever feel completely ready for this shift and change. So it's going to pop in. This new cycle is popping in. It's soon. It's like if everything feels imminent. In the last 3 piles, they've all felt very imminent. So this next chapter is upon you very soon. And we're going to get a timing indication in a little bit, but we'll see. We have the Two of Swords. Underneath the Two of Swords, you're very guarded. You may have sworn off love. You're very guarded. But Spirit doesn't want you to be passive or let this opportunity fall away because we're not taking advantage of it in a timely way. There's the Two of Cups. Because looking behind us could not serve us and could cost us this Ten of Cups. That's what looking behind us could cost us. And that's not what Spirit wants to see for us, because they say this next chapter is meant for you. It's meant to create clarity over the confusion you've experienced here. It's meant to release you from your prisons. And it doesn't get better than this, pile 3. It doesn't get better than the Ten of Cups. It's about not just the full spectrum, but about you building a relationship that is supportive, that can include family if you choose to, security. There's the Queen of Wands. It's like your power and your confidence is reinvoked or reestablished. You call your power back, because the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Wands, you can't get much sort of different energy, because she doesn't, this is not a part of her realm. She doesn't let worry control her. She holds the power. And that's what's going to lead you is this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups, it's a new opportunity where your cup will runneth over with not just love and abundance, but peace as well, which I feel like you really, really need. You need this peace in this new cycle. So this next chapter for you, pile 3, could hold for some of you watching an actual physical commitment. But there's still that call of duty or that leap of faith that your guides are asking of you, because they do recognize there's a limitation, that we're limiting our opportunities and we are keeping ourselves safe, quote unquote, but that's not how we grow. The comfort zone, there's no growth there. We may feel safe in it, but it is actually a counterfeit safety that doesn't actually exist. and we are keeping ourselves back from a really amazing opportunity. This past situation that you're holding on to, you may have thought that that was soulmate energy, or was, you know, you may have thought that that was your person, but Spirit says that we were wrong, and this is your person coming forward. So not to hesitate, not to look behind you, because if he keeps looking behind him, he's going to fall on those swords and hurt himself. And ultimately, he won't be able to take advantage of this beautiful, beautiful momentum that's being created for you. So let's take a look at what this relationship is going to look like. And then we'll get a look at timing as well. So we'll start with one of these first. What will this relationship be like for pile number 3, their next chapter in love? We have here unrequited love. There's not enough chemistry and attraction to keep this relationship going. And this is not about your next chapter, but this is about the past. And so it's coming across as a harsh truth that could be very painful. Sometimes Spirit brings forward information that we need, but that we don't want. You know, it's like we don't want to sometimes close off a chapter because we've invested a lot of time there. We've invested a lot of time, and we've invested a lot of energy. And that becomes almost physically addicting. You know, when we put ourselves in the past, especially in emotionally up, you know, heavy situations, when we keep bringing our awareness back to those moments and we keep revisiting and feeling the emotions over and over again, our bodies on a cellular level almost become addicted to the physical response that creates. And so we have to now learn how to overcorrect, and we have to learn to sit in a new comfort zone. It's like we have to retrain ourselves how to feel good, you know, how to feel abundant and maintain that. We have here, I saw the honeymoon card, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, and religious factors is coming out as well. And finances and career, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Your next chapter in love could include a lot of commingling of practical issues. So especially with commitments, I'm seeing actual practical commitments like marriages, combining bank accounts, you know, just growing a life together, building up a life story with someone. What does this next chapter look like for pile number 3, please? 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be secure. And I love that we have both the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So this is Spirit's way of making sure that you understand that all of your bases are going to be covered here. And that's why they're asking you to just surrender. They're like, you're in line for something beautiful, so don't drag your feet. That's what they're saying. Don't drag your feet, because there's nothing to fear here beyond this veil. There's nothing to fear at all. It's a relationship that's going to be supportive. It's a relationship that's going to be secure. Obviously, there's going to be ups and downs, but you're going to be able to weather those things together. There's the death, rebirth, new beginnings. But it does come at the cost. Here's the Hierophant. It does come at the cost of the old energy. We do have to release it. We do have to let that go in order to allow this permission or space to come in. The Hierophant is talking about ascension, both emotionally and spiritually, but also in a physical sense. It rules institutions like education, government, and marriage. So I do feel like marriage will be on the horizon in this next chapter for some. Here's the King of Cups. And I just heard you'll be empowered by the amount of support, by the amount of emotional support that you feel. And so will your person. That's what it's not just all abundance for you and no one else. It's also your person. It's a beautiful mutual energy. They're going to feel really inspired, and this will be a relationship for them where they feel like they can express themselves emotionally freely, because this divine masculine is being presented as someone who has been repressed emotionally in the past, in their past relationships, and this is going to give them the freedom to speak from the heart, and that's a wonderful thing. And it's because of the security that they feel. And there's the Temperance. This relationship is going to be very physically successful. It's going to be very physically satisfying as well. And it's going to last for a long, long time. It's going to last for a beautiful long time. I love that the egret is here because it's talking about patience. It's going to teach you a lot of patience, but there's also a lot of joy to be found within the relationship and this next chapter itself. Back of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the Seven of Pentacles. And as I said, it's not that it's all, every relationship is going to require a little bit of effort. But you can see with the Ace of Pentacles, it's a really great opportunity. And I feel like you, for someone watching, you had sworn it off. You can see this looks like a log that has been chopped off. It's cracked. It's like perhaps you were waiting for another opportunity that has weathered away. But now Spirit wants you to instead focus on this new chapter. The old was setting you up for this connecting flight to the next part of your life. And this is, it's like hitting the bullseye, hitting the bullseye. They're not going to force it. They keep coming across with this option. They want you to know that you have options. The Seven of Pentacles is encouraging you to pause for a moment, to ask yourself, do I want to stay in this realm? Do I want to stay in the past, even though it feels like it feels unrequited? Do I want to stay here, or do I want to give myself the permission and grace to move forward? Because what you find there may be so much more than what you ever experienced in the past. But let's look at timing here for a moment and see what Spirit has to say about that. When is this next chapter opening up? For pile 3, please. We have the Star. The Ten of Swords. The Three of Pumpkins. Back of the deck is the Queen of Ghosts. So as far as timing for you, group 3, I feel like there is, it feels very close. It feels like within a month, 1 to 3 months. And I would almost put it for someone specifically, within the next couple of weeks even. Within the next couple of weeks. Spirit says this star energy is talking about staying focused right this moment in our healing phase and just allowing things to progress from this point, because they're telling me that this momentum has already really picked up. This Ten of Swords, the cycle is closed now. It's like it's the healing has precipitated, the cycle is closing right this moment, and we are already transitioning into this new foundation phase. And again, the Three of Pentacles is someone that you're going to build a strong, sturdy, practical foundation. This could include family. This could also include children for someone watching as well, because there's the Queen of Cups on the back of the deck. And you can see she's still looking at the ghost. She's still thinking about the ghost from the past. And there's the ghost underneath as well. But the little black cat is warning her to not be influenced and be tempted too far into that realm, because emotionally we have to move forward. But it's very, very close. Pile number 3 as well. I do feel like it's within 1 to 3 months. And again, for someone specifically, it's about a month away, or a couple. I'm thinking 2.5 weeks away. I don't know why 2.5 is right in my mind. But if that is a message that resonates with you, please drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear. I'm a very nosy person. Oops. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and we also have the Magician. And both the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician are sort of sideways. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, if we turn it like this, is feeling insecure and not feeling really, it's like there's a jealousy. I don't know if you compare your situation to other people, or if you look into other people's windows, and that's always a terrible idea when we're trying to compare. Especially online, it's really easy to misconstrue a picture and to really internalize something in an emotional way that is already being presented in the most beautiful light possible. So Spirit really wants us to detach from looking into other people's situations. There's no competition. You're not in competition with anyone. You're not behind. And they don't want you to compare yourself to other people, because that's another opportunity where your power is being given away. And they want you to fuel yourself with empowerment. That's what the Magician's job is, to remind you of how powerful you are over all of the elements in your life. This Queen of Wands is really speaking, she's reversed. So there is a jealousy coming in. And there's a fear that sometimes that jealousy, the emotion that wells up, can cause a lack mindset that doesn't make you feel powerful enough to create change. It creates an apathy in you. And that's why Spirit is glad that they're talking to you, because this next chapter is so close, within the month, it feels like for most, because this chapter is so close, they really want to infuse you with as much confidence now as possible, so that you'll take that leap of faith, because there's so many rewards that wait for you. And they just said nothing ventured, nothing gained. So even if you have to adopt that mindset in order to leap into this opportunity, they say go ahead and do that as well. We have here the honeycomb. It's the 7-celled honeycomb. It's got 4 of them filled. And the 7, it's like this, the Chariot's making a decision. And the 4 honeycomb here is really speaking about insecurity from the past that is infecting or influencing our choice or our direction. But they want you to focus on these cells that have not been filled and this new foundation that's about to open up. We have the frog asking you to clear out all emotional clutter, including blockages in your heart chakra. Because the beloved card said that we're open, our heart chakra is open, and so we need to keep it open. So if there's a blockage there, it's time to explore why. And Spirit says that part of the reason why the 7 of Swords is here is because we keep looking into the past. And that's not serving us, because it's just thrusting us back into a period of time where there was a great emotional upheaval, and that is just doing us a very huge disservice in the present energy. We have the letter S. We have the World, because the world waits for you. Success, abundance. We have the American flag, freedom, bravery. We have ING as well. I don't know why I just heard ING direct, so I'll take that as it resonates. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. And if it did, I would love to hear your story below, even if you have to come back. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel as well and become a part of our beautiful soul family here by subscribing to the channel, hitting your notification bell, and being sure to drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.